Okay, could you start by telling everyone your name, your age, and where you're from?
Yes, I'm Joelle Stevenson. I'm 16 and I'm from Madison, Wisconsin in the United States.
Okay.
And my name is Stella. I'm from Austria, Vienna, and I'm 16 too.
Okay, so you've been with us for 2 weeks, and this is the last day of the course. What have your general impressions been? Maybe Joelle, if you'd like to start.
I've absolutely loved it. It's been going by way too quickly for me. I felt stimulated every day. I went to bed very excited to wake up and just start a new day, so it's been absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
Stella?
It really didn't feel like work because you chose the classes you were interested in actually. And although it was a lot of information concentrated in 2 weeks, I loved it. It was really cool. It was fun working together with the other people.
Excellent. So what classes have you been taking while you've been here?
I took Neurology and Physiology, Tutor History, and then Film, TV, and Theatre Reviewing.
Okay, and Stella?
I took Neurology too, with Joelle. Then Classical Mythology, and as an elective, the debate.
Okay, so you've both done a really diverse range of subjects, so sciences, humanities. What kind of things have you been doing in the classes? Is it similar to what you do at school, or is it different in some way?
I'm used to a very large class, 35 kids, and so it was very strange for me to be with 2 other people and then just myself and then a few in my film reviewing class. But I really loved it. I think it's a great experience to be so just able with someone so knowledgeable, and you've got so much of their time and you can really ask them lots of questions. I love that kind of environment. It's been really great.
Stella?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to point out too, that you have actually time to deepen your questions and your interests, and that the teacher, you have great discussions with only 2 or 3 people, where other teachers say that this is not working if there are less than 10 people, but I think that is not true because we experience a lot of great discussions, I think. And yeah.
Okay, so your elective class is Film, TV and Theatre Reviewing. That's a new one that we've offered this year. Can you talk a little bit about how those classes work, what you've learned from it?
Well, I really liked how Antonia would start off the class with a lecture, not very, it was not super hands-on, listen to me right now, take notes, it was chill, which I liked, but she gave you all this information, very well explained, and then we actually were able to use that information, which really helped me to kind of instill it further in my brain. I got to write a review on The Tempest. We watched different clips and we had to analyze them, bring out the themes, motifs, everything like that, which I thought was really great to analyze our own culture and just everything like that. It was really amazing. Yeah, I loved the course.
Excellent. Stella, you had a very diverse range of subjects. Was there a favourite class you took?
Yeah, I think Classical Mythology.
Okay, why was that?
I don't know, I just really liked working with the teacher and my colleague. And I had some background knowledge already about some ancient Greece history and heroes or some myth there, and I was able to deepen that and learn more about them, and we had to write our own myth, for example, and that was really interesting, and analyzing and talking about what influence these things have on nowadays society, and it was interesting to find new perspectives, I think, and that was really great working with the teacher though.
Excellent. Yeah. What about outside of the classroom? So your lessons finish at 5:15. What about in the evening? So we have a full program of events, activities, the weekend, excursions. Have you enjoyed those?
Yeah, I love being able to go around and see Bath. I really loved Bath. I also just really liked going and playing rugby and being in the park and just being able to talk with people. I thought that was really great, get to know people. It made it feel much closer together and more like home. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I personally had a lot of assignments to do, so I had to concentrate my free time on assignments too. Rugby was fun, definitely. Because you get to know people from different sides, I think. Yeah. And the picnic was fun too, the alternative if people did not want to do sport and they could eat, sweets or something. Yeah. I found it cool that there were options you had. I still think it was too little, time outside where you could actually get to know people, because of course you're concentrated on the people that surround you in the classes in the morning, and you get to know them better with working with them. But I enjoyed the bus rides. I think that's always bonding time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So to and from the excursions, we had quite a lot of time on the bus. What's it been like being with people from so many different cultures?
I've been amazed. I love how there's so many different people. French people, Russian people, Austrian people, Americans. It's very, I love that because I feel sometimes where I live there's not too much diversity, but you come here and there's so many different thoughts, so many different backgrounds, things that people are very used to, you know, stereotypes that they have maybe about me or things that I have about them that we kind of talk about, which I thought was really cool.
I go to an international school in Vienna too, so I kind of have some diversity there. But still, it's interesting meeting new people all the time and getting new perspectives and talking to them what they've experienced. And I think I'm really lucky with my roommates. I think I gained a friend there and all around too. And I'm glad that happened.
Excellent. What's it been like, speaking of rooms, so what's it been like living in an Oxford college for 2 weeks?
It's been really weird. I felt like kind of cool every day. I got on my backpack and I was like, yeah, I'm in Oxford. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was really fun. It was very nice too. I didn't expect it to be horrible, but it came in. It was very comfortable. The rooms were really nice. People have been really nice, so it was very cool.
Yeah, I think the image you have in your head before you come here has a great impact on actually going to Oxford. And everybody's like, wow, you're going to Oxford? I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to Oxford now. But I think it depends a lot on the people you're actually surrounded by. And I'm just lucky that it turned out that way, I think.
Is there something in particular that you've enjoyed the most, or is there sort of a highlight that you'll always remember from this course? If you had to pick one thing.
Well, I don't know, again, back to the classes, I loved being able to be in such small classes.
Yeah.
I felt so stimulated, and after each lesson I was like tired, but it was like a good kind of tired.
Okay, yeah. So you were taught one-on-one by Leslie Parker Collins for history. What was that like?
That was amazing because she was being one-on-one like that. There's so much time to
elaborate things.
Yeah, and really develop your skills with analysis, really look at the text critically and think about things, bounce ideas around, which I really liked.
What I enjoyed about that class is, for example, that she provided pictures or photographs when we talked about the brain. And you felt so smart because you actually knew what was going on. Like in all the TV shows you see or the actual hospitals where doctors and professionals analyze brain, like CT and MRI, we just we were in the same position and we're actually able to diagnose the same things. And I think that was a great
like we were doctors.
Yes,
yeah,
it was
pretty cool.
So you've been stretched, would you say, academically? You sort of,
yes.
You've been challenged or learned new things?
It's a good challenge.
Yeah?
It's good, yeah.
Okay. Would you recommend this course to a friend?
Yeah. I want to come back next year.
You'd
I want
be more than welcome.
my sister to come too, so.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do come back.
I'd say take protection for rugby, first thing.
Okay.
And second thing, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I think it equals out with the experience here. So it didn't feel like work itself, like for schoolwork, where you have to sit down and before you even start, you're already annoyed by the work you have to do.
It was a good kind of hard work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
And finally, could you describe the course in 3 words?
I have a lot of words.
Okay.
Like a lot of good words.
Yeah. First 3 that come to mind.
Stimulating, diverse, amazing.
All good words, Stella?
I'd say challenging, interesting, and I don't know if enlightening is too cliche.
No?
But I just...
We'll go with enlightening. Feeling enlightened. Excellent. Thank you very much.